This is Jessica with Gold Rush Expeditions, and today we're at the Scheelite Queen Mine. Underneath me you can see there's a lot of sloughage. This is all rock that's come down from either above me or up above and higher in the mine. So I'm going to be very careful not to touch anything as I come in. Keep nice and low until, bam, safely inside. So far, what I see in here is beautiful iron. Iron and gold run together. We'll talk about this a little bit more later, but Amasa Valley was one of the first places in Utah that gold was discovered. And so we know this is a huge, historically gold producing area. So I'm going to check out some of these walls. You can see here's this beautiful quartz here, and all this reddish is that iron stain that we look so forward to finding gold in. So I'm going to get some pictures and continue on. We've just come into the first Amasa Valley mine, and right away I see writing on the wall. Right here, 1954, the date of when this was being worked. In 1954, they were using carbide. This was written in carbide. Very cool to see. I love seeing this kind of stuff in a mine. More, we've got some beautiful track, which tells me they were producing enough here that they were bringing the ore out in an ore car on this track. Two things I want to bring up. Historically, Amasa Valley is a gold mine area. In the 1930s to 1940s, there was a push to mine tungsten. Originally, Amasa Valley was a gold mining area, and then the push for tungsten came. So all these mines were originally gold, and then in the 30s to 40s were then worked as tungsten mines because the government made it illegal to mine for gold, but you could mine for tungsten for the wars. Was this really a tungsten mine? That's a good question. The government was giving grants in the 30s and 40s to mine for tungsten. So if you said that you had a tungsten mine, you would actually get government money to mine for tungsten. Heck, if I was getting a government grant, I would say, yeah, this is totally a tungsten mine. But it was originally mined for gold. So let's go see if we can find some gold. We're still in the #1 mine in the Amasa Valley area. More things that I found that I want to point out. As you can see, I'm kind of up here in a stoped area, and this continues back behind me. Miners, again, they weren't stupid, they were ingenuitive. So what they would do is they would follow the ore vein. They followed it from down on the level that I was on, up into this level that I am on now. All the ore that I'm seeing here does not look like tungsten to me. It definitely has every characteristic of gold that I've seen over the years of exploring mines. They were following that vein up here. And we'll try and get some action cam on the way out, but this whole mine is designed off of following the minerals. It curves and twists and does big U-turns in it that kind of come back on itself. Very cool. I always love to see something like this and see what they were working here. So I'm going to come down very carefully. I want to ride more car for this. Here is the iron and quartz vein that they were following when they originally made this mine. I said earlier, miners were not stupid. They were quite ingenuitive and kind of knew what they were doing. So this right here would have been the ore vein that they would have been getting the mineral from. And they realized that it goes on this upward direction, and so they stoped and made a nice little, it's not really a shaft, I guess it's kind of a shaft because it comes down, but it doesn't go all the way to the top. So a little bit of an upward drift, an upward stope, following this ore vein. This is where you're going to get your gold. This is the stuff that I would work with. This is the stuff I would chip out. This one's really kind of in a hard granite area. There are easier parts to chip out that we've seen inside this mine, and I'll kind of point some of those out to you as we see them. I'm going to be kind of quiet here because there's a couple of bats above me. People always say that they're a little bit concerned about bad air in mines. Aren't they dangerous? Isn't there bad air in those mines? Well, we wear a monitor, an air monitor, so we know that if it goes off, then we should probably check our air. It doesn't go off, but that's okay. Bats breathe air. They wouldn't be living in this mine if there wasn't air in this mine. That's a good sign for me that there is good air in this mine. Another thing I want to point out is this mine is here because of man. This is a man-made place, not a cave, it's not natural. And these bats, it's not their original habitat, but they've learned to live inside mines. They're a great place for bats because they're quiet and they're cool and they can sleep comfortably. So I'm going to continue on. I just finished exploring the #1 Amasa Valley mine, and now I'm going to come out of this mine just as carefully as I came into it. Looks like I'm safe.